What's up, guys? I got a story time for y'all today. In this story time, I'll be telling you about when I broke my wrist. It's the only bone in my body I've ever broke, and it was my wrist. And there's a story behind it. I almost gave myself a concussion with all this head movement, but I didn't. Let's get into the story. I was like third, first, second, third. One of them grades in there. First, second, third grade, one of them in there. I was at the Y because it was summertime, and that's what I did in the summertime. I went to the Y because the Y is the livest place ever. Shout out to the Y, sponsor me Y because why not? Hey, the Y is live. It's point, and that's why I was there because I'm live, like the Y. Ooh wee, looly. That didn't rhyme. Let's get back to the story. You know I could get distracted very easily. Let's back. And so, it was like any other day after Y, we was out there, we was playing on the playground, because, it was playground playing time, that's what we was doing, we was playing on the playground over there, you know what I'm saying, school over here, playground over here, we was over here having a good time, we was play, play, because that's how I played, and that's how I recall the playing that was going on. Fantastic Four movie where I think, and Jessica, that one lady actor that's name's not here, but it was like the first time they did the Fantastic Four thing. That movie just came out. I had the little Lunchables, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to live off Lunchables, and I'd go to the Y and I'd have little Lunchables. And at that time, when you got a Lunchable, you got the little thing, you got the little Fantastic Four thing. You open up your little chicken nugget Lunchable, and then you get the little nugget, you dip in, and then you get to the end, and then you're like, I got the little Fantastic Four connect puzzle thing. Timeout. Why was the nugget so cold in chicken nugget Lunchables? I'm saying, back on it, the texture of them nuggets and stuff, they wasn't all right. I feel like if you're gonna give kids little chicken nuggets, don't let them be cold. Just find another way to prepare them Lunchable. But I still ate them, and you still got my money, so it's whatever. No shade intended. If y'all want to sponsor me too, because I grew up on Lunchables. You know what I'm saying? I had all the little Lunchables. Lunchables, man. But anyway, let's go. We back. So me and my boys, I don't remember any of their names because it was first, second, third grade, and I moved. Thinking it was the summer of second grade, and we were in the process. I don't really know. I'm gonna stop trying to figure out when it exactly was. It was one of those days. I don't remember the kids' names, but we was boys. And we all had the little things that came in the Lunchables. They was like little puzzle pieces, I think. But I didn't have all of them, and I never got all of them. But my boy, he had all of them. He'd be like, "Hey, I'll give you this for this," and I don't want your red one because I got a red one. So I ended up with 2 red ones, but I just didn't need it in my life. But anyway, we had all those, and we be inside, we be because that's how people fought when I was whatever age you are in first, second, or third grade. It was all obsessed with the Fantastic Four. We got the little things. I think somebody had some action figures. I never personally had any Fantastic Four action figures, but I'm pretty sure that they might have, and we be playing Fantastic Four in the inside. So when we went outside, it was only natural that we played Fantastic Four. And so we be out there having a good time. We be whatever we were doing. But on this day, I got to be the fire guy. So when you're the fire guy, you're like the most awesome person ever because you can, you flame on and whatever. You fire. You know what I'm saying? We're on the playscape and we were fighting. I was flame on fire. Bah! You know what I'm saying? I'm running around. And my boy runs up the slide to get away from me. Me being the fire guy that meant the flame on looking boy, I can't let him just get away by riding up the slide. And so I get up the slide, and I was weighing the belt, and then he turned around and he made up some power, and I was like, I want no parts of this power, so I hit the slide backwards. Boom. Cool. I've done the slide backwards probably tons of different times, but this time, something happened. I think I was going too fast, whatever, and my wrist, this wrist, exactly came down earlier than all the rest of my body, and so I didn't really feel it or anything. It was just like, boom. And then I remember just getting up, and my wrist was just dangling, G. If you can imagine my wrist just hanging there, it was just dangling. I was like, oh, this doesn't seem right. So little first, second, third grade, whatever year me was like, this isn't right. So I'm holding my wrist. Wrist just floppity, floppity, flop, boop, dotted dot everywhere. And I'm just holding my wrist up. And I go to the little counselor people, and I'm like, hey, this don't seem right. They're like, ah, call 911, call somebody. And they start freaking out. Me being whatever age I was just like, hey man, my wrist ain't supposed to be like this. I just need you to fix this because I have a game to get back to, man. I can't be out here discombobulated and out the game, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't remember. I think they just put like an ice pack on me, or they're just like, "Oh, you're rich," and they sent everybody inside, and the ambulance came outside. And so now the ambulance people are like, "Are you okay?" They were just asking me ambulance questions, and I was just like, "Bro, I'm trying to play Fantastic Four. Fix me so I can get my Fantastic Four back on because Fantastic Four was lit. It was literally lit because I was the fire guy for today, and they messed up my fire vibe. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm all hurt and whatever, and they like take the thing on the. You know how they take your blood pressure or whatever? Mind you, this whole time I have not cried, I have not screamed, I have not nothing. I am fine. They called my mom's like, oh, no. I don't really remember that conversation too much. We got into the ambulance, and I was like, so this is what it's like to be in an ambulance. This is pretty cool. Because they were and whatever. I just thought it was cool because I ain't never been in an ambulance. I've just seen ambulances at this point in my life. I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And so, yeah, we get to the hospital. Mind you, I have no idea what hospital I have no idea where I am. I just know my wrist still ain't fixed. And so I see my mom. And so, yeah, I don't really remember that initial conversation. Mom, I'm sorry. I don't know if you thought I remembered when I first saw you after I broke my wrist. I don't. I'm sorry, Mom. But thank you for being there for me. And, yeah, so wrist all broke. And I kind of remember this. I kind of don't because, like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal at the time. I was chilling. Like I said, I was not sad. I was not scared. I was not nothing. I was just like, no, my wrist ain't fixed and I'm at the hospital and I can't be the fire guy today. And I just wanted to finish being the fire guy. So I'm all kinds of discombobulated because I don't want to be the fire guy. And so, little me has some great priorities. If you can't tell, I've always had great priorities. Remember them taking me back to get x-ray, but it don't make no kind of sense because my wrist is just dangling. It broke. I'm so serious when I tell you, I remember getting up and I was just straight holding my wrist. Like if I let go, my wrist was, what you x-raying for? But whatever, they x-rayed me and I go back to the room, I'm chilling. I'm fine. I'm watching whatever show's on. And the lady comes in, she's like, we're going to have to give you a shot. Just to put this into context for you, I had broke my wrist. No tears, no crying, no type of hurt. My wrist was broke, but like I was fine. But when that lady told me she had to give me a shot, I cried so hard. I was like, no! Give me a shot. I done broke my wrist. Why am I crying about a shot? Lil Me had great priorities and was a great philosopher. You can break a bone and be fine, but the shot will kill you. Quote me on that someday. That's a deep. You'll get it someday. I don't get it now, and you don't get it now. But someday we're all gonna get it, and we're gonna be like, pew. So now, for whatever reason, I feel the pain. I feel my wrist being hurt, and I'm like, ah, wrist hurt, wrist all broke. It's painful, B. Go back to Y and get my stuff because I couldn't get it at first. And my mom was like, it's just gonna be a couple minutes. I'm be in and out, and I'm just sitting in the car dying, just. I still remember that pain. That's how bad my wrist hurt. And then my mom comes back with this big heart, get well soon, Darius. Yay. Like, it really touched my heart, but I was in so much pain. I was like, oh my God. And so, yeah, that's how I broke my wrist and stuff. After the rest of that summer, well, broken wrist. You know what I'm saying? So, pools wasn't none of them. Which was okay. Because I still went to the Y, and the pool we went to had a little snow cone place. That snow cone place had the bombest Tiger's Blood snow cones. If you've never had Tiger's Blood snow cone, you are asleep, fam. That place had the best Tiger's Blood snow cones, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my broke wrist self was chilling outside of the pool with his Tiger's Blood snow cone. That's where I was all that summer. After I broke my wrist, I was over there. It sucks though because it was my left hand, and if you don't know, I am left-handed. But I hope you like my story today. Remember, breaking bones is fine. It's the shot that hurts. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. Spoiler Channel 2017. Y'all stay icy. God above all else, Dexterius is out.